Welcome to the Grain of Salt podcast, where we are watching through the television program from 1966, Ultra Q, 4 episodes at a time. I'm Hank, and with me is Ben.
Yo.
Yeah, these were 4 episodes of a television show in which crimes were committed.
Yeah.
In one of them.
Yep. Was the crime turtle abuse?
No, the crime was reusing the Godzilla roar for a different fucking monster. That's illegal.
I was gonna fucking ask.
That's illegal.
I heard it.
You can't do that.
I heard it the first time, and I went back. I'm like, there's no fucking way. They had to do something to it. And it just, nope. That's Godzilla.
That's a crime, as far as I'm concerned. Lock him up. Toshihiro Iijima, nope, you're out of here. Going to jail. Tetsuo Kinjo, Kitao, Senzuko, everybody in jail.
Everybody on the production team just. Pow.
You're all. God, you can't do that. Godzilla roar.
That is a little disrespectful.
So we've got the episodes. Peguila is here. Grow up, little turtle. S.O.S. Mount Fuji, and Terror of the Sweet Honey.
I mean, again, still looking. These are some banger titles, but I'm still looking forward to I Saw a Bird. I cannot wait.
So, Peguila is here. Is what if the thing from another world was Rodan, or a Rodan knockoff?
Did they or did they not clearly use like a black marker to draw circles on those ping pong ball eyes? Like those were uneven as shit. They looked so bad.
Peguila, not the best suit I've ever seen.
No. Dude,
but he makes that snowmobile fly.
My favorite shot in this was when we get the little miniatures and all the like the machine and like all the little people were getting blown away.
Yeah.
And one of them, like one of the little fake miniature people, like ragdolls into the machine and like bends in half at the back, and then they all like land and they're fine.
Yeah.
It was such a funny shot. That and I did my absolute best. There was some good shots of Peguila, like Peguila, maybe.
I don't know.
Like its eyes like widening and his head like rearing back, and I was gonna try to make a rapid, like a 600% speed gif that was just like when she won't stop sucking, and it was just God. The shots were so wonky. Just ridiculous.
That's why they cover it with snow. That fucking dog. It's like,
yeah,
this dog has been here fine for 3 months.
It was 3 years, dude.
Oh, 3 years.
3 years. And the dog's just chilling.
He's got moss, dude. He's fine.
I understand.
He barks at the giant monster, and the giant monster just gets scared.
Say no more.
It's scary. Dogs are scary. Good boy. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, this was weird. We just had the one guy in this one, right? Like from our main group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make, like, I was fairly certain, but just want to make sure.
Yeah, because we have like that other chick whose husband died here.
Yeah.
And she's brought soil from Tokyo to bury on his on his grave.
Or, hear me out, she has the heart of Davy Jones in the jar.
I mean, if she summoned Davy Jones to fight Peguila at the end or whatever,
fucking dope though.
that would be better than what happened in this episode.
True.
This one just wasn't that interesting. The monster looked dumb.
Yeah.
Unlike the next episode, which was just extremely dumb. Grow Up Little Turtle is the first episode of the show where I really felt like my mind and my body separated.
I was
like, what is happening?
I was going along with it with like how fucking stupid it was. I'm like, okay, this is pretty dumb shit. And then he gets on the turtle, and first off, the turtle has a goddamn speedometer and a hatch on its back.
It has left and right turn signals.
Dude, well, I was wondering at first. I'm like, okay, I saw it blinking when he says left, and I'm like, does this fucking turtle have like aircraft, like the blinking lights that need to just be on aircraft? And then when he says turn right and the other one blinks, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's just a blinker. Oh my God.
This came out a year after the original Gamera. So.
That and apparently, according to this child who always tells the truth, they're traveling at Mach 3. This bitch is going 3 times the speed of sound, all like whoopee. Don't even start. Just ridiculous. But I'm like, okay, and I was having a good time. I was laughing, and then they go underwater, and I was eating some pizza at the time. I almost spit it out, like dying.
Well, you gotta go to the Ocean Kingdom.
But then it goes into it just goes into like a bad acid trip. And I just had no idea what the hell was going. It goes off the deep end with like that little girl and just laughing. It felt bad.
And she's always rubbing under her nose.
Like I mean, yeah, little bump of coke here and there.
She's mischievous. He opens the box and becomes an old man, Ben. An old man.
I mean, yeah, it was super. I wasn't sure. Like, I saw the beard and the age on his face, but I didn't really know until he was like, "Whoa, I'm an old man," in the voice of a child.
Because they put a fake beard on him.
In the turtle, then I was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be straight up Gamera."
It didn't get that big,
but it didn't get that big at all. And he's fucking.
Also, the turtle's called Gameron. Definitely, totally distinct from Gamera.
The legally distinct Gameron.
Gamera doesn't have turn signals.
Also, can we talk about this kid's fucking trigger discipline? Mr. Look down the goddamn barrel and like click, click, click. It's jammed. Click, click, click.
He fucking steals the assault rifle from those fucking cops and then points it at them.
Just one shot? Like just one shot? He's just swinging it around? God. Like just one little shot?
Let me shoot it.
And then, God.
The real monster. This episode is the real monsters are children.
Really drives the statement home that kids are just suicide machines. God.
I mean, he just wanted to gun people down.
Including himself. Hank, he pulled that trigger so many fucking times while looking down the barrel.
He did. He stared down the barrel and pulled the trigger.
And then they don't even reveal, like, they don't even do, like, some sort of gun safety throwaway where it's like, oh, it's not loaded. Not even something like that. They're just, nope, they pick it up and then it starts firing rounds like immediately.
God, kids, don't try this at home. God.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing like that at all. Just fuck it. How to check if it's loaded? Look down the... Oh, my God.
What a wild time. And then our main characters are in this episode, but, like, barely.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw them. I remember seeing them, like, once.
Yeah. They're like doing a story on the robbers, and they're, like, hanging outside the school. It's like, I wonder if they hid inside the school. And they're like, yeah, it's been like 2 hours. They're long gone. And then that's kind of it for them.
And then the whole thing just fucking ends with like a classroom committing mass turtle abuse. Were they using real turtles? They looked real.
Those were real turtles.
I mean, I panicked right at the very end. I fucking panicked because those kids were like playing.
I mean, some shots I think they swapped them out, but they definitely had plenty of real turtles.
Yeah, but there was like these two boys, like, I don't know, like getting a little aggressive with their turtles, and I was like, okay, that's kind of shitty. And then these, like, the kids start throwing paper, but at first I thought they were throwing the turtles. Like, I legitimately panicked for a second. I'm like, holy fuck, no. Oh, okay, it's paper.
Like, look, this is like when everyone in your school gets into yo-yos or whatever, except it was turtles
With living creatures.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the kid figured it out. In the history of forever, nobody thought what the hell was the combination? Like, it's a yam with a little bit of lemon juice and like some other insanely easy thing to find. That's a secret, baby. That's what you need. Do you want to grow
Look,
a speedometer?
The world of like Gundam and robots, kids had to have turtles, like live turtles, because toys weren't good enough yet.
Tortimer, transform.
Once your toys can have a speedometer, then you're fine.
We
don't
haven't
need turtles anymore.
We have not talked about the fact that Big Turtle was clearly just not a dude in a turtle costume.
Oh my god.
Shuffling around the fucking thing.
That's very funny.
I'm glad for another brief second. I thought they got an actual sea turtle out of water to like have it flop around, but it was clearly a little puppet. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But God, that dude in the costume, his like arms and shit are bent the whole time. Like, it looked pretty decent, but also.
Yeah. I mean, you really see it on the back end.
Yeah.
Like his legs.
God.
Yeah, that episode was wild. I was not prepared. I was not prepared for episode 6.
Not at all. I was less prepared for episode 7. That fucking triple take when I heard Godzilla.
Yeah, I know. That episode is more normal, but then the Godzilla crime happened, and I kind of lost my mind.
Yeah.
So like my favorite part about this episode is, so there's this thing of like, Mount Fuji's gonna erupt, and then they're like, yeah, and there's this guy who's been living in the woods, and we're trying to reach him to get him to leave, and our heroes are like, oh yeah, fuck this Mount Fuji thing, fuck like global warming, human interest stories, that's where the money is. We gotta find this fucking woods dude. That's the story.
When the higher ups tell you to follow the money and not the
and there's this cop who's always saying what a bad cop he is, and nobody likes him.
And then there's that
he's a little portly, and
we get rival dude.
Slow.
You're my rival. I need to be better than you. Mer.
Isn't that the next episode?
Is it? Am I getting these confused now? Oh,
Are.
Whatever.
This is just the rock monster.
It all blurs together. I honestly remembered shit all. They explode him at the end, right? Or is that also the next one?
No, this is so Woods dude like fucking runs up on this monster and is like riding it, and it cuts to like there's a little miniature dude on his back, and then he takes the orb out. He like finds the monster's orb, and that kills it, and like throws it up into the air and shoots it. Like literally single dude takes out this monster.
Right. Okay. I totally got the ending confused with
this
the
rock
next
monster.
one.
Whereas like in the next episode we have like a fucking big mole, and the military is like blowing the shit
They literally have several missiles lined up.
Whereas this, we have like this rock monster with the Godzilla roar, and like dude is just like gets up on its back and is like, I found his magic orb, we're good.
I mean, that's a secret.
And then they convince him to return to society and become a Japanese office worker, because they give him a nice haircut and put him in a suit or whatever.
I mean, given the fact
he's
that
now conforming to society. Happy ending.
We put him in a cubicle for the rest of his life. Happily ever after.
He's got a crew cut. Now he's a real boy. Never mind that his woodsman-like ways allowed him to destroy the monster. Whatever. We need him to be normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our last episode is Terror of the Sweet Honey.
Terror of the Sweet Honey. I would fucking kill to eat some of that honey.
It needs to be diluted, Ben.
I would eat that shit straight.
They need to add sugar to it.
Oh, sugar to honey? It's already sweet as hell.
No,
Look.
I have to.
In the Country Bears universe, I would be an alcoholic. I would be a little honey bear.
I mean, you could eat it and then you get big.
I'd get fucking big.
We'd all have to murder you.
No, you wouldn't have to murder me. I'd just be fucking huge.
No, because you'd eat the farmer's food and they get annoyed, so now you have to be murdered.
I mean, do I just get bigger? Like, I just become a bigger me, right? I don't have to turn into an ape or anything, like in the...
No, the mole was a normal mole. You gotta
okay, see, I mean, that's, you know... You never know. In this universe...
Be big, you and your shame would be exposed. And then people would shoot you in the balls or whatever. That would suck.
No, they wouldn't. They could try.
They would shoot rockets at you.
Unlike the mole, I have opposable thumbs, baby. World is my oyster. Unlike many kaiju.
Yeah, we got that big mole. You know, the scariest animal. Mole.
Yep. That's what I
can't believe this mole gets taken down because he digs into the volcanic lair and then just eats lava to the face. Then it's like a volcanic eruption and everyone's like, yay!
I love...
That's what the last episode was like, being terrified of this volcano.
I loved when we got the
people
dude...
are so stoked to see that mole get fucked.
Oh
They're like
God,
so happy,
like cheering and shit. I love the bit where the guy brings out like the giant bee, like the fucking massive bee, and the dude's like, "Is that a mutation?" And he's like, "No, I just mutated it with these chemicals."
It ate honey jellion.
Ugh. I mean,
and then the scientists. So we need to talk about the homoerotic subtext of this episode, where the rival dude is clearly not in love with that woman. He's clearly in love with that other scientist.
Yeah.
That's just what is happening here.
Yeah.
Because she's just a prop.
She is a pawn in their really intimate game of chess.
It's like, looks deep into the dude's eyes and it's like, I have to tell you something. I like the girl you like. I was jealous. That is why I fed the mole honey jelly to ruin your experiment.
Gasp.
Or whatever. Shock. Yeah, I don't know. Beyond that, not that much.
Yeah.
They were good explosions. There were a lot of explosions in this episode.
The lava was pretty good. They
brought out the tanks.
Yeah. We got full military force.
Like, after that, I felt gypped with that fucking turtle episode with no giant monster fighting. This was, at least we got tanks and shit. We got the full.
Yeah, that's because, you know, when I watch Gamera, I'm like, oh, I wish we could just have these kid bits without a giant monster getting in the way.
True.
I was so invested in the kids stealing a submersible before a giant turtle showed up. That was lame.
Oh,
look at these little scamps.
Well, that was later.
Whatever.
This is just putting Gamera on a rocket and shooting him into space. Before this, the best plan.
I was gonna say, like,
basically,
that's,
Planet Hulk.
there's a comic show, anything I would consume. Planet Gamera.
Mm-hmm. And then World War Gamera.
Yeah, man. But no, that turtle episode. I mean, like, those bits are fucking hilarious. The speedometer absolutely slayed me.
Yeah. I was dying.
How fast are we going? Ka-chunk? Oh, speedometer. Like, just. They do
Again, that's the first episode where I really felt like my mind left my body.
Yep.
It really delivered on its little intro bit on that one. That was.
You went into a different zone. Anyway, yeah.
I can't believe that mole fucking killed itself by digging too deep and digging into lava. That's what happened.
It's a common theme. The dwarves, Hank. Sometimes you dig too deep. We've all been there.
Dig too deep. True. The show is so weird.
It's real, yeah.
It's like it's like so half-heartedly trying to be the Twilight Zone. Like,
but it's not like, it's so like, was the Twilight Zone actually like kind of like a little bit spoopy for its time, or was it just also ridiculous?
It depends on the episode.
Because like this has not, but none of these have been even close to anything that makes you go like, huh, that's a little unsettling. I mean, except for the plant.
I mean, the Twilight Zone would be more unsettling. Like the first episode of the Twilight Zone is a dude goes into a town and literally every person has disappeared. He's the only person around.
Yeah, see, that stuff is a little more unsettling. This is just like, wow, that's a big damn mole. Ate a bunch of honey, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, that's part of like they're doing, giant kaiju shit instead of
but the fact that we
atmospheric,
but we still have that guy.
Horror,
we still have that dude. Like, you're entering the zone.
Unnatural zone.
Yeah, the unnatural zone. Like,
when this man broke this window, he entered the unnatural zone, and now there's a big mole.
Yeah,
big shit. It's weird.
I mean, okay.
Nothing is as weird as that fucking turtle.
I'm just curious to see what else, what other foods in this universe are cursed. You can't eat nuts. You'll turn into a giant ape. You can't eat honey anymore. What else is off the table?
Spoiler warning, everything you eat makes you big. That's just how it goes, apparently.
I mean, people you roll into someone's house and you eat the wrong batch of brownies, they get upset for a different reason.
Uh-huh. In the unnatural zone, you get big. I mean, it's a thing to remember. It's like this show is just going to become like a superhero show.
Yeah.
After like 28 episodes, mostly so that they can have, because they want like more ongoing squad stuff every week. I think is what they determine is like part of why the show's popular. I don't know. I don't know this. Because like the thing is, it's like a different show, but this show was popular. It's not like people weren't watching this. They didn't change it because it was like failing. They changed it because they wanted to capitalize on like what about it was popular or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's still like
it was not the turtle shit.
Could you fucking imagine? Could you fucking imagine that like what came out of this was like Mech Turtles, the show? People just riding on turtles, like having aerial turtle battles, like dog fights and shit.
Hell yeah.
Instead of a speedometer popping up, it's like a rocket launcher button. God, that'd be
You get these
fucking
turtle
great.
toys, and like all their like shell components pop out, and they're like attachments you could pop into
you
the
get,
slots.
like, the little like button rocket launcher things, and
Yeah.
like
You could put like a control console in there. You could put a rocket launcher. You could put like a jet booster on the back. All the accessories, dude. Toy makes itself.
the tie-in video game.
Hell yeah. All the customization of these boxes you could want.
Rated T for turtle. Oh my god. Ridiculous.
Gamera
Anyway.
is better than Gameron.
Yeah.
It goes Gamera, Toto, Gameron.
Who's Toto again?
That's from that's Godzilla's son from the last Gamera, or Gamera's son from the last Gamera movie.
Right.
He's like nice Gamera or whatever, and he's like a little baby turtle that grows up into a big Gamera, but like soft faced,
Yeah.
pudgy boy.
Yeah. No, I mean, Ultra Q is it's fun.
It continues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like not as good as the other shit we've been watching, but
Not even
historical
fucking
and has
close.
its charm.
Not even fucking close at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's nice. Bit of kaiju stuff while we're doing other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and it's like I want to know about Ultraman at some point, but I felt compelled. You gotta see where it started. You gotta see Ultra Q first. That transition from Godzilla into like, how did we get here? I don't know.
I just read an interesting tidbit. I'm on the wiki just for plot summaries. Apparently, during the climatic final scenes of Terror of the Sweet Honey, they use stock footage from the Rodan film. So there's during
some of those missiles and explosions.
it says as the ending narration begins, a scene where Rodan can be seen flapping its wings in vain to escape the lava is like on screen.
Oh, that shot. Okay.
That's
Very
great.
funny.
I didn't notice.
I mean,
that at
that's
all.
what this show is like. We've got Godzilla shit lying around.
Yeah.
How we make TV out of it. And like scrapping our Twilight Zone premise in the process, kind of. Yeah. Anyway, that's a podcast. Back with more.
Yeah.
The other thing is like this show is only 28 episodes. Like,
Oh yeah. No,
opposed to like Ultraman is endless episodes.
yeah, that's an eternal
Too
battle.
many episodes. Yeah. Salt Circle Podcast, gmail.com, Salt Circle Podcast on Twitter, Anchor.fm, so Salt Circle Podcasting apps. I'm at Comic Panels on Twitter.